hello. Testing, is this thing on? This is mostly for people who are watching the live back, but the people who are in the live right now, hello. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. We got a lot of shit to take care of. The first week was something that I've been cooking up for the better part of 3 hours. Let me switch screens. We're gonna skip for now because I want to talk it up a little bit. Hello, guys. Hello, my name is Nixus. Nixus J, and I did a big overhaul, doing a huge overhaul in terms of live. I have done something crazy. I have created a format. Yes, indeed. I now have a format to streaming. I have the thing that literally every streamer has in order to stream correctly. So I've been working on a little something for the better part of 3 hours. All my people in the live, I see the villain emojis. I see them. I see the demon emojis. Retro, welcome. Nunu, my sister, welcome. Tiff, Fire Queen, my sister, welcome to the stream. If people pop in later, that's great, that's fine. But we got a lot of shit to get to. Smash that like button, comment, share this with your friends, share this with your parents, your dog, your neighbor, your pastor, anybody. Probably not the pastor part. They may or may not like the things that I say in it. But it's worth a shot. Jesus preached to the masses, why can't I? I just hit my pin. So, if I get a little cotton mouth every now and then, I have water. Don't worry, your bitch came prepared. I'm not about to get caught slipping. Period. Amen. I was actually contemplating not even doing this fucking live, but I got so, I don't know, it's like I caught my second wind almost, and brain just started running. I think I was just burnt out and I needed to recharge. And once that battery hit 100, it was up. It was a wrap. I was on my editing software, and for the people in here, the green and black hearts. Hey Noah, welcome to the stream. Drop them black hearts and demon emojis in the chat, y'all. I have been dubbed the goth villain. Emphasis on the. My brother TJ said that the was very important. But I am not in full face today. I really did not have time to do all that. And makeup wipes are expensive now. Even at the dollar store, they don't give you very many. And for all my women out there, y'all know y'all know the process. Trying to fucking wipe all that shit off. You know it doesn't take just one. You gotta use 5, and then you gotta do an after scrub, and then you gotta fucking grab your whole washcloth and bar soap, body wash, whatever the fuck. It's a whole process. It's not easy. It's easier putting the shit on than it is taking it off, ironically. I was not gonna miss this. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you did the live. You know, I'm glad I did it too. I just needed to get my energy, get back on course, figure out what was going on, and actually organize shit so that I could actually hit the ground running. For my people that are in here, this is an exclusive for y'all, people who watching after. If you're watching after, hi, hello, I see you, welcome. This is for y'all. Y'all be able to see it later. But for my people that are here right now, hopefully the volume is working. But I'm gonna show you exactly what I've been working on, or what I worked past tense on. get into it. And that is my new official intro, which will be playing at the beginning of all of my videos in the flesh. I wanted to do a little recap of the whole year because I looked on my channel. And I realized that I have over 100 videos on my YouTube channel. Since I started, I want to say, what did I start? 2024? The end 2025, something like that. But I've been on YouTube for a very long time. But I've been doing YouTube as a creator for a little over a year now. And I have enough videos to where I can make montages, guys. I can make compilation videos. I never thought I would ever see that day. And that is an amazing feeling. It is an awesome, I'm truly blessed, honestly. And none of this was possible without you guys, both in the chat and at home. All my villains, thank you so much. My sister, NewNewNation, she's my biggest fan. She says she's my biggest fan, so I'm gonna go ahead and believe her. I wasn't trying to believe her at first, but hey, what the hell? And each and every one of you guys at home who have been supporting the videos, liking, commenting, sharing, hyping the videos. I really, truly, honestly appreciate each and every one of you. Like, none of this would have been possible without you guys. um, J Tom, where he at? I see you, my brother. Ya tu sabe. Welcome. Subscribe to J Tom. He's another amazing creator on here on the YouTube space. Please go subscribe to him. I see you. I see you, Nunu. I see you, sis. Angie, welcome. I see you, Angie. I was busy watching the video along with y'all, so I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry, I had to ignore y'all for a second. But we got a new format. Whole new format. I even wrote it down. So, first up on the list, now that we've done our introductions, now that we've gotten that out of the way, first topic of discussion, DJ SMACKademiks and Lil Baby. Now, for those who have been following, DJ Academics went to the Aiden Ross boxing match, I think like last week, and afterwards, they all went to the nightclub, and that's where the Yay song controversy took place. Yes, Academics was at that same event, but this one happened a little differently. When Ack was outside, he got smacked up. He got smacked. Got at bow right across the face, right across his dumb chipmunk looking face. And the person who smacked him was one of Lil Baby's goons, known as K Rich. And I did a whole video about this. Check my YouTube channel if you wanna find out that tea. But Ack went on a whole rant when he got back to his computer. And he said he didn't get one. He said he didn't get smacked. Two, he was calling K Rich all kinds of degrading, demeaning. He was calling him. He was like, "Oh, you're just little baby's blood roller. You're just his bitch. You're just his fucking his attack dog. He didn't do shit." And in his overwhelming wisdom, in his infinite wisdom, he decided to challenge Lil Baby to a fight on camera. And much to his horror and to everybody's delight, Lil Baby accepted. He said, "Bring that ass here, boy. Come get these hands." So we may just have live footage of Academics getting his ass beat by Lil Baby. And if that isn't the greatest New Year's gift that anybody in this hip hop space could ask for, I don't know what is. Open Mike Eagle had a good video on the payola situation. Yes, that's right. The payola accidentally snitched on himself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he was given payola, I think, what was it, to not react to some of uh Lil Baby's music. I can't remember if or it was like to react to it. Either way, payola was involving an artist and their music and their recognition. So he snitched on himself in that on that front. And I always say with these weak ass crybabies, man, if you want the truth to come out, don't even ask them or press them. Just let them talk. Like I said, narcissists do the same thing. They expose themselves every single time. But they don't have the filter to be like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't say on live that I was taking payola from music artists as a music hip hop journalist. Maybe that ain't such a good idea." You know what also wasn't a good idea? You challenging that street nigga to a boxing match. What did you think he was gonna say? No? Did you think he was really gonna be stupid enough to pass up on that opportunity with all the bullshit that you've been talking about him on live? It's a wonder that the only thing that happened was you got smacked up. Because it could have ended way, way worse. It could have ended way worse. And the fact that you only escaped with a little handprint on your cheek and some hurt fifis, count your blessings, Ack. Because it's going to be way worse when y'all step in that ring. But today we are going to be reacting to Chig Smooth's video on it. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but we're just going to go through the beats of it. Maybe this isn't the Doom timeline. Welcome, Cosmic. Welcome, Jim. He about to be Adam 22 academics. Oh my god. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. We're going to briefly go over it. I'm not going to do a whole video or anything on it, but Adam 22, another member of the League of Extraordinary Dweebs. Um that was the boxing match that they were at. You see how this universe is fucking connected here? Like a fucking Marvel timeline. That was the boxing match set up by Aiden Ross that everybody went to. And not only that, Adam 22 lost the match against his opponent. I can't remember the dude's name. Big ass, big tall, roided ass black guy, bald. I can't remember his name. Y'all put it in the chat for me. But not only did he lose the match, come to find out, this man is the same guy that has been smashing Adam 22's wife to his face and behind his back. Adam 22 is a cuck. And he just got his ass beat by the nigga his wife is cucking him with. So yeah, I mean, he may have gotten a big bag for losing, but like, dude, It's in the internet community, you just got your ass beat by the dude that's smashing your chick. And there's nothing you can do about that. You have that on your reputation forever. That is a stain on your legacy for the rest of your life. I got my ass kicked. I couldn't even last 22 seconds. 20 seconds. I think he went down in the first round. Couldn't last against the dude that is balls deep in your woman. Jason Love is his name. Thank you, Noah. But the moral of the story is don't be like anybody in this goon squad, because things will never end well. And like one thing that happens will cause a butterfly effect level ripple effect that affects everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and watch a little bit of this video just to see whether or not they will actually be fighting. Also subscribe to Chick Smooth. That's the guy for hip hop news.
Chick Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey man, sometimes when you get yourself into some street shit, you gotta get some advice from the OGs. Guys with some experience in this game, guys that's been through every situation that you're currently going through, and also from guys that have your best interest. Well, sometimes. Now, after seeing claims that DJ Academics was smacked by Lil Baby's goon, Mano, who's a street guy, everybody knows his track record. He's also somebody who's done a lot of slapping to other people in his past. Now, because him and DJ Academics were recently beefing, Mano could have easily taken this time to clown Academics and go all the way in on him. But he took it very light on him. He gave him one simple advice. Yo, you should have gotten your revenge on the guy that smacked you. The same thing most people have been telling DJ Academics since this whole thing came out. Lil Baby should not be your target right now. It should be his goon who touched you, allegedly. Here's what Mano said.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Getting smacked in front of your security is very nasty work.
Now, is there footage or is this?
Don't need to be.
Okay, I'm curious.
Then getting smacked and your security driving off is wow. That's even crazier.
Well, listen, according to more reports, we see Academics is agreeing to get in the boxing ring and fight Lil Baby. He said, I agree to all terms, get me in the ring. I can't read the rest of what he had to say. But
wow. Getting smacked and leaving the scene of disrespect is crazy, man.
What should happen?
It should have been some of that yelling and activity right there.
You've smacked people before. How has that reaction been after?
That's a different story.
Now, just like I told you guys in the last video, if I'm Lil Baby, I'm not sure I'm accepting this fight with Academics so easily. You gotta at least put some obstacles in his way. Yo, you go fight my mans, and only if you beat him do you get the privilege to fight me. Unless Lil Baby really needed money that badly, then alright, cool, that's a whole different story. Now, Joe Budden also weighed in on this situation with DJ Academics and Lil Baby. Joe is somebody that's been on the receiving ends of both sides of this. I'm sure you guys know about his fight with Raekwon, and also Joe has gotten into a tussle with Consequence. On the most recent Joe Budden podcast, episode 898, make sure you guys go check it out. Joe, being a close friend of Academics, he gave him 2 pieces of advice. Watch who you call your friends in the industry.
But I've been listening. I have wireless headsets. Beauty, the joys of having a wireless headset. You're still tapped in, even from the other side of the house. But I agree with Mano. I agree with what he said about Act, man, that he should have kept that energy. He should have kept that energy. He was talking all this big shit, screaming, calling them names, downplaying his significance as a person. He was also, putting his business out there, because apparently the dude that slapped him was the same man that Kai Cenat's girlfriend cheated on him with. Y'all see, this universe is connected. This is Marvel MCU levels of fucking interconnected storylines. Each action leads to somewhere seemingly disconnected, but like it's crazy. Just one person. There's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Michelle, welcome. Welcome to the live. We are talking about academics and Lil Baby getting in the boxing ring because I want to see Acadiddy get his ass whooped. And I think so does the rest of the black community.
And secondly, when you're outside moving around, you cannot have your driver double up as your security. Here's what Joe said.
Ack and Lil Baby about to fight, right?
Yeah, you need to have security and a driver, dude. You have to have multiple people on your security detail if you're going to be going around talking this much trash and then trying to like go out in public. It being with your name being as famous as it is, you got to have four or five dudes. Pause. You gotta have 4 or 5 niggas surrounding you with a piece at all times. Like it can't just. I mean, if your getaway driver was also your security detail, then that says a lot about your bank account, homie. Can you just not afford a separate driver and security? You gotta have the nigga play both parts. I mean, with all the shit that you like to talk about people's money, it doesn't seem like you're very strapped for cash. Heck. Doesn't seem like you got a lot of money if we're combining, if we only got one nigga on your security detail and he's also your getaway driver. Because even Andrew Tate's got a security detail. Even Adam 22's got a security detail. Even Aiden Ross has a security detail. He's got like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers. But you can't. You don't have one. You gotta fucking get the bootleg security that's also the driver. Is this the economy package security deal? Man, I can't wait till Lil Baby whoops your ass, bro.
What happened? I don't think that's gonna happen either.
That's definitely not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not happening.
So, what a Lil Baby. I'm just reading.
About to sound like old men with the teeth.
For sure.
He'd have to cut back on DoorDash. There's no way he's doing that. That's yeah, man. It looks like he's been storing all that DoorDash in his cheeks for the winter, bro. Cause like, I saw the pictures of him back then and the pictures of him now. It's like all his weight went straight to his face. Ack is probably gonna land in the hospital after what Lil Baby. Yeah, his little. Have you seen his legs? Have you seen them little scrawny ass knock-kneed fucking chicken legs? This nigga got giraffe knees. Talking shit at Lil Baby and his homeboys. Are you like? He looked like a fucking, those fudge sickles that you get from with the double popsicle sticks, big and wide from the waist up, but from the waist down, it's just 2 little sticks. That's what he looked like. Like, why were his ankles so fucking far apart, but his knees were so close together? Like they was high-fiving each other. The knee to foot to thigh to body ratio was all off. Nigga looked like his whole equilibrium was off. He moved too fast and he just tipped fucking over like a lollipop. I see the villain emojis. But yeah, we're gonna continue. I don't watch the Joe Budden podcast or listen to it just because Joe Budden be saying some dumb shit sometimes. More than sometimes. I can't rock with him. I agree with him for about 40% of the time, and then he'll say some stupid shit, and I'm like, God damn it. I was rocking with you. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Now I gotta turn the bitch off. Because you done killed my whole vibe.
It was reported that one of Lil Baby's entourage members slapped Academics, and now Academics is trying to fight Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Who is this motherfucking congested ass fucking... He sound like fucking Randall from Recess, bro. Why he sounds so congested? His sinuses are just fighting for their life. It was Lil Baby. It was a boxing match between Academics and Lil Baby. Bro sound just like that. Like, who the fuck is that?
I think I have that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Academics also stated that Lil Baby's
fuck was
team paid him
that?
$30,000 to.
If y'all watch the Joe Budden show and y'all know who that was, please let me know.
And now Act is saying he won $300,000. But apparently, the reason why the kid got close to Academics was through Talil. So it was a whole thing with, he let Talil through.
Oh, right, yeah, Talil, that's the
That's
narrative.
Act's version. Yeah, Act's
Yeah,
version.
Act's
yes.
narrative is
But
that.
why would you want to fight?
Act's narrative is that Talil was the one who orchestrated the whole thing and got them close enough to be able to put hands on Academics in the first place.
Lil Baby, if his man is the one that assaulted you.
He's saying that his man is not. He feel like Lil Baby sent this man or co-signed that. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
He said
That's
you
the part I
knew
didn't
that.
get.
You
Okay.
sent that nigga to do that. Why would your man?
After we had somewhat pieced
Squash. You
it up,
kinda
had
pieced
a
this up a
phone
little bit.
call and had some peace, and I chilled. So I guess he feel like because we had peace, Lil Baby, you was supposed to spread that to your goons, and it was supposed to be word going around. Oh, he also said that didn't happen. So his man came up to the car, did whatever he did, and this was last March, and it didn't hit the internet. But now it's on the internet from homeboy Lil Baby's goon who did it. So he's saying now it's up with Lil Baby.
Right. Now,
So he got smacked back in March, didn't say anything, and then fucking homie just brings it up. Homie just brings it up by happenstance, and then now all of a sudden he's mad. Like, if it happened, do you think he would have taken it to the... Oh, who is calling me? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I had an important phone call, work related, because I do work tonight. But I wanted to get this stream out for you guys before then, so I'd have something to look forward to. Want to get all this energy out before I get to work, and then people get on my nerves. So I'd rather go to work in a good mood. Also, I saw y'all making fun of me in the chat. Yeah, I saw you, Gemma. Hitting the ninja vanish. Yeah. That's why I have a be right back screen. That shit comes in handy. Especially when I need it the most. I gotta make a quick exit. I could just be like, boop, hit the next screen, mute my mic, do whatever the fuck I gotta do. Come back, resume scheduled programming. But we're gonna go back to the video here.
The part I saw, Axe said that he wasn't actually touched. He said dude didn't actually hit him. So that's the two competing versions. Two dude said he smacked him. Axe said he didn't put any hands on me. So
is all this shit a play too?
No.
Okay.
I don't think this
is real.
No.
I don't think it's a play.
My only thoughts on this,
fake? Is it real?
Right? Because this ain't none of my business. Y'all go to these fucking events and Lord knows what be going on. I be home. But Axe said that
you be home watching OnlyFans, you fucking freak.
A mutual friend between for him and Lil Baby is Rod Wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was a Rod Wave concert that he was at.
Okay.
And Lil Baby called Rod Wave, was like, "You fucking with this bitch ass nigga?" Blah, blah, blah. But I didn't hear anything else after
Rod
mutual
Wave.
friend.
Okay.
So if I can help anybody out there is no such thing as a mutual friend
at all.
There's no such thing. It doesn't exist.
What you mean?
Why do you think that?
Because it doesn't.
Explain.
What do you mean explain? Because they
disagree
said
with
that. I know you
elaborate.
But let me
But it
explain.
don't.
Let me explain.
Somebody's always on one side.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Somebody's always.
And if you're the nigga in the beef, you can't afford to risk it. You can't afford to risk it and find out.
That's different.
Totally
I understand that side, but
If you understand that, then there's no such thing as a mutual.
That's not true.
You just saying it's
I'm
a
not
risk.
arguing with you niggas. I'm talking. Y'all can give your own take. I'm saying
He's standing on this. He's dying on this shit. He said, "Argue with your mama, not me." There's no such thing as a mutual friend when it comes to, I guess, beef. Is he saying? He's just saying like, period. If it's between two people and like they start fighting or whatever. Like, I get it. I get what they're saying. That's not true at all, because you can still care about both sides and then still approach the situation from a rational perspective. Like, holding somebody accountable for their actions does not mean that you're not their friend. In fact, I would argue the opposite, that holding somebody accountable for their actions makes you a better friend than most. So, like, it's not choosing a side. It's using logic and reason to figure out what's going on and put a stop to it and work to a compromise. Like, if your friends are beefing for whatever reason and you find out why and they like tell you their sides of the story and everything, two wrongs don't make a right in the end. So it's like, at the end, it's like, y'all squash this shit and so we can move on. Like, let's not let our pride get in the way, because that's how friendships get broken, because people are too proud to admit, hey, I fucked up, I shouldn't have done this, I'm sorry, we shouldn't be fighting like this. It's all ego. And Joe Budden's a fucking moron, bro. That's why I don't listen to his stupid ass podcast, because he says dumb shit like this. Like, I was literally rocking with what he was saying, and then he was like, "There's no such thing as mutuals. That doesn't exist if two people are fighting. Like, there's no such thing as a mutual friend. Argue with your mama." I'm here, just got off work. I'm getting ready to drive. You drive safe. Yeah, but you not choosing is still a choice. Okay, I'll say if it's inaction, if you choose to like stay out of it even though you're directly involved, that's a different story. I totally get that. Like, even if you're not involved, if you're just watching your two friends tear each other apart and you can do something about it, but you just choose not to, that's just as bad as, taking a side and egging the other person on and exacerbating the situation. So I get what you're saying, Chips. But in the terms of, because he's saying that if you take action, regardless of whose fault it is, you're picking a side. That's his thing. It's not, you're holding the person accountable for their actions. In his eyes, it's choosing a side. That's his ultimatum. It's completely black and white from Joe's perspective. It's like he's saying there's no such thing as a mutual friend because he's saying your loyalty's either with this person or with that person. You can't have your loyalty be to two people at the same time. That's what he's trying to say. Which, when it comes to friendships, incorrect. Not true. Not true. Argue with your mama. I'll do Joe what Joe did. I'll take a page out of the Joe Budden playbook. I'm not arguing with you niggas. I said what I said.
If you have to move like that, if you go into a place where you think you got a friend and the person you beefing with got a friend, that's not true.
You and Arsenal had a back and forth. Ice was in the middle of that.
It's not beef. It's not beef at all. Y'all gonna come with these false parallels. I'm talking about some real shit. I'm talking about niggas want to see you and do something. Just put hands and feet on you, bullets and knives inside of you is what I'm talking about. So you're gonna be in that. You're gonna be in that situation and think
because my friend is here, I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying.
No, that's totally different.
That's all I'm saying.
That's totally
Okay,
different.
yeah.
That's not a mutual friend thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so like why did he just worded it dumb. Because when you say mutual friend and then you say there's no such thing as a mutual friend, that's not true. That in itself is inherently false. But then you're talking about when it comes to like actual beef in the like street beef, to where it could result in somebody getting hands put on them or worse. So in that situation, in that very specific scenario, yes, he is correct. But when it comes to just mutual friendships in general outside of beef, wrong. You are wrong. But that's not what he was talking about. So I'll let up off of you for now. You just worded it stupidly. Is all that happened. It was a misunderstanding, miscommunication, because you couldn't fucking get your words correct.
There could be somebody that y'all both respect that can squash some shit like that y'all both respect. But the mutual friendship, nah.
If you're beefing with somebody, well, I'm just about to repeat what I said already. But if you're beefing with somebody, you go ahead and trust mutual friend and not fucking give up your location or anything all you want. I think that's a dangerous game.
It is a risk, but there is a yo. When you and Rand was beefing, I was friends with both of y'all, and used to tell both of y'all, yo, whatever y'all got, I don't got nothing to do with that. Don't talk bad about him around me. Don't talk bad about him around me. I'm not in y'all shit.
Yeah,
there are mutual friends in an instance where I'm.
And see, that's what we're talking about. That's what Gemma was talking about, is the choice to stay out of it and not get involved. Like, I get minding your business or whatever if it doesn't directly involve you, but if it escalates to the point where it could potentially become harmful to both parties, then at some point you would have to step in. There is no staying out of it. There is no staying mutual. At some point, you as the middleman will have to get involved if you sit there and allow it to escalate. But like, I get it, but at the same time, it would be the best thing to do as a friend of both parties to sort things out before they could potentially turn ugly.
But I think Joe's point is don't trust
friends with me and Rand was
Yes, I was. Yes, we was.
What year was me and Rand beefing?
Bro, there was
Ice was new. He was newly around.
Yeah.
All right, but that's enough of them, because this thing is making me mad. But also, I saw that Deleted posted a new video. I have that in the queue as well. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, what time is it? 5. We got time. We got plenty of time. But that's all on that. I think they said Act wanted 300,000 for it. I don't know. But he has accepted the terms and conditions of the fight, and so has Lil Baby. So, we'll probably be expecting a date. As far as press releases, interviews, stuff like that, training. They'll assign them coaches and everything. I can't wait to see this. This is going to be like YouTuber boxing. And this also shows another thing. It's the clash of two completely different worlds in the ring. The internet world, the internet troll world, I should say, versus the streets. And so those two clashing are going to be a huge deal. Not just for the people that are in hip hop, but for the people that are on the internet too. The people who like hip hop and the internet. This is going to be a huge thing. And a lot of these red pill, spineless, fucking Sigma dweebs are going to find out real quick that your internet actions do have real world consequences. So, moving on from that, let's watch Deleted humiliate Adam 22. But I mean, he can't do it more than he's already done to himself. So,
genuinely, do you have any hatred towards Jason coming into the fight? Because
no, I don't got no grudge against Jason. You know, our family has made millions of dollars off of that big ass dick. His big ass dick. His big ass dick. His.
Hey, yo, what? That's the first thing you lead with? That you led with that. I have a feeling that clip's going to be replayed quite a lot throughout this video. Wild statement. Wild. He's just open and public about it. He doesn't even care. He's just like, yeah, I paid this man to rail my wife near to my eyes. I can't with these white people,
big ass
man.
His big ass his big ass
and he's gonna keep repeating it. What the fuck just happened, bro?
What the fuck just happened? All right, there is no way this dude is going out this catastrophically
What the fuck? Hey,
sad.
yo, what is happening?
Man, this is us.
I feel so.
Where life isn't real anymore.
Let it
play. Just let it play. I don't care what nobody says.
Just let it
play. It feels like we're in a movie or a TV show sometimes. A horror comedy. I ain't saying horror. I'm saying horror. This feels like a deleted Black Mirror episode.
Ew, yo, stop,
if it
bro.
was, it would be called If You Had Zero Self-Respect. Because please explain to me like I'm 5. Explain to me how do you get knocked out by the same man who piped down your wife. Then wake up the next day like, yeah, let's recreate it with the cardboard cutout of the same guy.
And then you just go, Adam 22, buddy.
Yeah, it couldn't be me. It will never be me. I would have.
Not him get smacked out by the dick. Deleted, you ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that. What the fuck was that? This nigga was boxing the penis and still lost. Well, I mean, I guess that's what happened. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna continue. This nigga gave me whiplash with this. I'm too black for this, y'all. I'm too black for this shit. I don't know nothing. I know nothing. I know it was a cardboard cutout and they were being weird and freaky with it. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like I accidentally walked in on somebody, but instead of saying, do you mind? They're like, oh no, you can stay if you want to. Like, what? I can, what? No. I'm just gonna close the door and I'm gonna go and bleach my eyeballs and pray and forget that I saw this. Because what the fuck just happened? What actually happened? In all my life, I ain't never seen nobody box like that. Literally. Because these white people, and as somebody, don't get me wrong, I know people have their thing, their yum. I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum, okay? However, when it comes to people like Adam22, where he builds his platform off of cringy, troll, racist dweebs who think that they're cooler than they actually are, these quote unquote alpha males, and he hangs around the likes of Andrew Tate and fucking Sneeko, yeah, he's getting I'm kink shaming. I'm kink shaming today. We're kink shaming all of you cucks out there. Keep it in the bedroom where it belongs. Please do not go spreading this shit publicly. Like, it really is nobody's business. I know. We're gonna continue.
I would have been thrown under the jail because y'all got me fucked up. Adam22 really said, you know what would really show dominance? Me kissing a cardboard version of the guy who beat my ass. My ass and my wife's ass. Man, this is not trolling. This is self-harm.
How much y'all want to bet that was an actual picture of the wife and not some random prawn star? How much y'all want to bet that was just actually a picture of his wife getting BBC'd? Okay. Yes, smash the like button for my sanity's sake, because yikes.
Adam, you are not in on the joke. You are the joke. You didn't flip the narrative. The narrative folded you, sat on you, and tucked you in. This shit is comedy. Imagine losing your wife and your dignity to the same person.
That dude is huge.
Tough. Adam really has to wake up every day knowing the same dude crossed every boundary in his marriage and then beat him up publicly, humiliated him.
And then, and he look at him cowering in the corner like a little bitch. Like, I'm sorry, you can fuck my wife as many times as you want. Referee's like, huh? What? I didn't say it. I didn't say anything. I didn't say that. Like, look at this dude. This is male dominance, y'all. This is your golden calf of what it means to be a man. Sigma dorks. Is this your man's? Is this y'all man's? Him right there? Okay.
Show him who was boss. Show him who was alpha for real. He said, hey, you the little homie. You're not even a little homie. You the damsel in distress.
Not the R&B playing in the background while he's getting his ass beat. Oh my god. Deleted. I cannot. Explain your intro. I just got back from the store. Explain your intro. What do you mean, explain your intro? He's talking about the HA thing.
Ask me if I don't give a fuck.
Wait, was that fucking was that rapper or whatever that was beefing with Deleted? And fucking he put out like a whole video about him because he didn't like what he had to say about him on live, and he was like, ask me if I'm that guy, ask me if I give a fuck, like really trolling him. And then Deleted just like packed him the fuck out and ended his whole shit. He still gets people on his live streams though. That's the crazy part. People still rock with him, which is fine, I guess. That's him? Okay. I'm glad to see. We keeping this nigga the punchline. Thank goodness.
The stove still open. We need him that a privileged thing. That I mean.
Alright, quick recap. For anyone who somehow missed this freaky ass shit, Adam22 is the host and owner of the No Jumper podcast. His wife sleeps with other dudes for money. Cool, that's their thing. But for reasons known only to God and humiliation kinks, Adam decided the next logical step was to fight the guy who smashed his wife. That guy being Jason Love. So Adam sets up a boxing match with the same
Love?
man.
Is that his real name or his porn name? inquiring minds would like to know. Because that is, if that's his real name, that's, quite a coincidence. Quite a coinky dink.
Who already embarrassed him publicly and does it again and sets up another public humiliation on Aiden Ross's brand risk boxing card on Kick. Because why stop at 1L when you can live stream it? So here we are.
What?
That's where we're at. That's where we live now.
You know, trying to decide who I'm going to sleep with on fight night, I just feel like there's so many factors. Do either of these guys have any energy left for sex at the end of the day?
Even being here is going to be a lot.
I get that. How did you feel when you got the call or Adam told you that it was Jason?
She was like, "That's a problem, baby."
Oh shit.
Stop looking at her in her eyes, nigga.
Yeah, Jason,
I'm watching you.
Eye contact?
I'm watching. Adam, watch this nigga, cause he keep.
Yeah,
y'all got something. What y'all got going, man?
Hey, yo, he just aired this nigga's laundry out there, right there. He said, it's gonna be a problem, baby. You really just blasted this man.
I mean, yes, Jason is a very large man, but when you have them side by side.
Large how? Large how? Whoa.
A very large man. That's the terminology. That's what we're using. Okay. You know what you're doing, bitch. You fucking whore of no virtue. We know what you're doing. Really? He's a very large man. Wink. You know what the fuck you doing. Snow Bunny here, guys. That is Snow Bunny terminology. Read it, internalize it, learn. Learn the risks. Identify the problem, find a solution, know the risks.
Large in many ways, however.
And then she follows it up with large in many ways. Okay, yeah, you know.
In size when you put them right next.
Adam, why are you acting surprised? This is your wife and you already know about this. You have been in the room. You were in the room where it happened. Like fucking Hamilton, you were in the room where it happened. Why are we acting surprised?
To each other.
And this didn't start yesterday. Nah, this is a long-term humiliation art. Adam let this situation become his entire personality. When people think of Adam 22, they think of his wife getting piped down by another.
Yeah, that is his whole reputation outside of his fan base is, oh, that's the guy that lets his wife get smashed by other dudes. That gets more trains ran on her than an Amtrak field. Yeah, okay.
Guy. Yes, that's the first thing that everybody thinks of now.
Trying to remind him, like, this is the man that had me biting the bed sheets. This is the man that made my body feel amazing in my scene with him.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, this is like every dude's worst nightmare that this is like every dude that's dating a porn star's worst nightmare. This scenario right here, this exact circumstance, and then making it like public, it's all like a reality TV show. It's got the little cartoon do while she's like, yes, I like sleeping with dudes. This is the one that made me bite the pillow the hardest. He's really big in multiple ways. And, like, this is every man's worst nightmare displayed right here for not only the internet, but for the entire world. And look at Aiden. His eyes, he's not looking her in the eyes. Excuse you, Aiden. Her eyes are up wherever the fuck. You're not paying attention.
Go ahead. All right, guys. We'll start with you, Jason. Do you have any last words?
Good luck, Adam. You're going to need it. Good luck, Jason. You're going to need it.
Go, baby. This one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. She's just smashing. Okay.
Nah, I got nothing else.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
They're such instigators, too. They purposely go out of their way to make this situation more uncomfortable than it actually is. Former Marine. I don't know what it is with Marines and being either the cucks or the ones doing the cucking. there are a lot of Marines that I have talked to on FetLife who have said that they are into this shit. It is a weird pattern. I didn't know that. That still an enigma to this day. I might do a whole video on it. I don't know. I might deconstruct it. Why are Marines more likely to be a cuck? I don't know. But we'll figure it out.
This is gonna be the fight of the night.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? You think it's gonna be the fight night too?
Easily.
And Lana, how do you predict this fight going?
I think my baby's gonna take him down.
Which one?
This one.
You know, at first it was, I guess,
one?
an edgy joke. You know, it's like translucent humor a little bit. You know, the hex code FFFFF. That little color scheme over there was one of those edgy jokes. Then it was, no, I'm totally fine. Then he turned it into a, why are you asking me these questions? And then it was silence. And then all of a sudden he's gonna box the guy. And now I guess he done chopped his balls off and handed him over.
Letting my wife, this guy.
Was there any hesitation before you accepted the fight, Adam 20?
Fred talks. So he literally he's open about this. He's okay with this. He's okay giving this news to the public. Yeah, I let other dudes smash my...
No, not really. Fun, exercise.
Have you had a fight before?
No, I haven't. Not a professional one, at least.
Is this fight personal for you?
No, I don't take nothing personal.
Is it personal?
Did you see what shirt he's wearing? He's... Let me put my fucking glasses on so I can hear this better. So I could... What the fuck? So I could see. Did I see what I just thought I saw? This nigga has a t-shirt that says blacked. Y'all know what blacked is. I ain't gotta explain it. I'm not getting this video age restricted for y'all. Y'all can put the pieces together. Put two and two together. Y'all know what the fuck it is. He is a black man smashing the dude's wife wearing the blacked t-shirt. Okay. We just go. Continue.
This guy.
Was there any hesitation before you accepted the fight, Adam 22?
No, not really. Fun, exercise.
Have you had a fight before?
No, I haven't. Not a professional one, at least.
Is this fight personal
This
for you?
is a humiliation kink. There's gotta be. Is
it personal for you,
literally
Adam?
nothing else.
Not so much. You know, I definitely want to put my best foot forward and just take home the W. Just because anything I do, I want to put my best foot forward. But as far as there being any actual hostility or whatever, I know it's probably hard for a lot of people to understand. But in the space, the shit that we've done is pretty regular to us. So it's not super personal, but it's definitely, you know, something that I want to keep pursuing this afterwards. You know, I'm real excited about the whole boxing thing in general. So definitely I'm trying to enter into this space on the right foot.
And the craziest part, he didn't even fight like he was mad. There was no rage, no adrenaline. He walked in and got his ass beat. This dude threw
he
0
really
punches.
wasn't trying.
I feel like he even ran a little bit, tried to skedaddle, and dude had to chase him. I've seen NPCs put up more resistance.
You know, yeah. When you play in GTA, when you play in Saints Row, even when you're playing Skyrim, the NPCs they'll whoop your ass sometimes. Whatever, depending on what difficulty you're on, they'll put hands on you. This dude went out like an Animal Crossing NPC. Like one smack across the jaw, nigga went down like. That's what he probably sounded like in the bedroom, watching his wife get piped down.
He walked
Fucking
down the
weirdo.
street as a GTA character. I feel like even the NPC, man, they be trying to whoop my ass more than what Adam did.
Yo, Lena, was this nigga better in the ring or better in bed? Word 2.
Better in bed.
Jason, you a real nigga, man. You held it down, man. We kill racism tonight, gang.
What?
Yo, I'm in the next scene, gang. Straight up.
Never.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We love to see academics lose. She said never in life, you ugly motherfucker. A sniper? I'm sure he was a sniper. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Yeah, it was his calm, his poise, his agility, his cardio, and his skill with his body to be able to control his body to take that shot. Y'all know what shots I'm talking about.
In a role and losing yourself in it. This man didn't lose a fight. He lost the plot. He dropped his drawers and tucked it. Adam then dropped his drawers and tucked it behind him. Cause that's how he's been acting.
He get your wife if he want after the fight. You made that up.
Stop! Not the Kermit. Yo, the internet is tearing his ass up, bro. They're tearing his ass up. Here's your throne. It's the fucking chair in the corner. No, they're tearing you up, gang. They are roasting the shit out of you. I'm crying.
And he's still a winner because he's got me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, he's still a winner because he's got me. He's not gonna have me for very long because Jason's gonna have me in a little bit, and he's gonna have me for a very long time. I can't with these white people, man.
Love immediately walks him down. Adam throws basically nothing back. Ref jumps in like, all right, man, that's enough character development for tonight. Jason Love wins by TKO. Adam loses quickly, loudly, and spiritually. Aiden Ross pockets the money. Jason walks away undefeated, and Adam walks away with another viral humiliation. So let's talk about the day that my soul left my body. Pause. I was scrolling through Twitter, saw some shit I'd never consented to.
Stop. Why are they kissing it like that? I hate the noises. It's like those fucking weird sexual ASMR videos where the bitch is like whispering into the camera or into the microphone and like dragging her nails to it makes me do that you know the video of the white cat gagging the motherfucking yeah, that's what I do. I gotta listen to it again.
Let's never fight again.
Please refund my eyes and my time. I didn't need to
refund yours, nigga. Put mine in there with you. I'll reimburse you because what the hell was that? What was that? What did my eyes just see? My senses have been assaulted, bro. I didn't need to see that. But I'm glad y'all were here with me because y'all got to suffer right along with me.
See that shit. I didn't ask to see that shit. Now I can't even unsee it. Twitter really be violating my eyeballs with no apology. It's the fact that this man posted himself smiling, cheesing, kissing, in bed with his wife, and a cardboard cutout of Jason Love.
So if they're just like a polycule or whatever the fuck it's called, if they're just polyamorous, they could just say that. But that's not what this is. He's not into him romantically. This is purely sexual. And that's another thing. This is gonna, okay. Warning, the conversation that's about to be had is 18 plus. If you are not above the age of, I'll say 21, fuck it. 21 and older conversation. If you too young to have adult grown folks conversations, take your ass back to the kiddie table, cover your ears, cover your virgin ears, and we'll just go from there. For timestamp for you guys watching at home, skip ahead to this timestamp if y'all want to skip this. But this is an observation that I've had. Y'all ready? We're going in. Trigger warning, I fucking warned you. In the BDSM community, there are BBC is a kink. It is an official kink, and it is the sexual attraction to black men, and specifically bulls, black bulls. That's a name in the BDSM community for dudes who their chains hang very low, if you catch my drift. But it's and in this community often coincides with the cuckold community, which is predominantly a bunch of sissy white guys who are married to white women who are obsessed with black men. And this is a problem. That's kind of, it's not rampant, but it's a big enough community to where it's a problem. And it is the hypersexualization of black people, specifically black men. This is an entire industry. This entire industry is built off of the hypersexualization of black people, specifically black men. These white people will go out of their way to bring a black guy into their relationship, not because of their personalities or because, their minds just automatically drew them in or they developed some romantic attraction, but because of what they think that person can do for them sexually. Whether, smash your wife or smash him or whatever, or fucking it's very, very twisted. And unfortunately, it has its roots. There is history behind this. This dates all the way back to slavery. Yes, it does. To colonial Deep South. Slaves were cattle, essentially. But for some reason or another, the white people always seem to be sexually attracted to our black women. And on very rare occasions, it would be black men. But a lot of times, it was the black women. 99.8% of the time, it was black women. And that's a fetish too. And it's got its... People judge that one a little harsher just because of, them being women and all. And it's very strange. And there's a lot of black women who have chosen to deviate away from that sort of sexual thing, like with white people and everything. And so it's white women, plus women, we see the bullshit a lot clearer. It's easier to see than like your typical dude. Women have a lot more insight, is what I'm trying to say. Argue with your mama. This is proven with science, proven in fact. But I can't get into the whole, I don't know. Like, I'm not judging it as somebody who's unfamiliar with it. I'm judging it as somebody who's on that side, like black. I'm black, and seeing them essentially use this black man as a cash cow is it's concerning. Yeah, definitely. And just seeing this man being sexualized so publicly, so blatantly, it doesn't even seem like he's their partner or anything. It seems like he's their sex slave. That's what this is reading to me. But then you find out in the bedroom, the fucking Adam is the sex slave. But they're just parading this man around and parading his sexual skills and his sexuality around like it's a badge of honor. Like he's like the prize bull, and like he can impregnate so many different people, or he's really good at breeding. So they just parade this bull around, and they're like, look what we have. I don't know. I could just be reading too deeply into this, but that's just my take. All right, y'all. The conversation about whatever the fuck I just told y'all about is officially over. I'm gonna figure out in editing where the timestamp is so I can put it in the video for you guys. The people that were in the chat had to suffer though, so be glad that you're not them. Using him as a prop. Yes, correct. Hey, Kim, welcome. I don't know if you joined right before that conversation, but I don't like it. It's the whole cuck thing, especially with black men, it makes me as a black person very uncomfortable.
Somewhat construction paper is wild. It's not edgy, bruh. It's not funny. It's not ironic. No. It's a cry for help. It's a cry for help laminated at Staples. You got to think about that for a minute. One of these, like, who did it? Who sat there with this idea, said, hey, you know what
This is your daily reminder to never drink water while you're watching a deleted video.
Funny, if we go get a cardboard cutout of this dude that just beat your ass and beat the wife's ass, and we gonna kiss on it. Whose idea was that?
Different asses getting beat. That's for sure. Different asses getting, different cheeks getting beat. Oh, I can't.
And I'm almost certain it was Adam's. I'm almost positive that was Adam's idea. And Adam thinks he's for real trolling Jason. No, man, no, brother. Jason already won. He beat the shit out of you, and then he embarrassed you.
Oh my God. No.
Damn.
Wait, no. This ain't going long. Oh my God. For real, I thought it was gonna be a lot more even. Turns out he was the better man. He's just as strong as he looks. So, did what I could do in 2 weeks, but ultimately I think I gotta cut some weight.
And he beat up the cat. He beat up your wife's cat, bro. He beat up
the cat.
He embarrassed you. He beat up your pride.
You see my arms go from this to this. He just hit so much harder than I ever.
That black dude on the right is like, I can't wait until they say cut so I could take my ass to the catering table and forget that I was even in proximity to this lame ass nigga. Like, I'm really about to go and watch the video of him watching his wife get her cheeks beat after this fight. And then I'm gonna probably put it on Twitter. Damn, I could go for some McDonald's. Like, he's really like, yo, get me away from this dude. He's gonna say that he's the better man. He's gonna be like, okay, yeah, we all know. We know. Like, and this is on his podcast, too. Who is this guy? You're on the No Jumper podcast, and you look like you're 2 seconds away from just ending it all. That is a 1,000-yard stare if I have ever seen one. Niggas sitting there like, all around me are familiar faces. That is disassociation in black form, okay? I want y'all to look at that. That is disassociation at its finest. He is not there in the room anymore. His mind has departed from the room. He is literally anywhere else right now, but right there in that room.
Could have really realized was possible. And yeah, that was pretty much the moment where I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
And you're doing the victory lap for him. You twerking it at this point. You turned your whole marriage into a meme. And that's not owning it. That's submitting to it. You done submitted to this man.
So, I noticed he has a lot of tattoos. Are you a masochist? Do you like the pain? Are you a masochist, Adam? Because let me find out that you're a masochist, bro. I am going to have fun with that, especially on the internet. I'm gonna be like, damn, that's a crying shame. It makes sense. Having a bunch of needles poked in and out of your skin kind of reminds you of how the dude poked his needle in and out of your wife's cat. Correlation doesn't equal causation, maybe? Well, let me find out. Stop. I wonder what Arsenio Hall doing. Probably mad because no one told him how good the cheese.
And Adam keeps joking because silence would force him to sit with reality. Let's be real here. He didn't just take a nail. He accepted it, framed it, and slept next to it. And here's what I gotta say.
The way they rub up on the shit makes my fucking skin crawl. Ugh.
Disrespect is not negotiable. There are levels of money where you should walk away. There are levels of clout where you should log off. Are levels of jokes where you say, yeah, nah, I'm good. The fuck? What do I look like doing that? And the crazy part is Adam said yes to all of it.
I'm so done with us, bro. We really do the most when we're laughing. We be smacking everything. We really just catch fades with the air when we start laughing. We throwing punches and shit. We sliding all out of our chairs and shit. We kicking niggas and smacking each other. Like, we really just like to run fades by default. Even when we're happy, we're running fades. We're running fades with God while we're laughing. That's black people all the time. I'm so sick of us.
Like I said, I'd have been buried under the prison. I would have caught a case straight up. And let's talk about his little excuses. He keeps screaming.
Bro, I could never. What? Just imagine. All right, my men out there, my single, straight men, my men in relationships. I'm gonna need y'all to picture yourself. You walk in your house and you see this 7'2" black dude wearing a chain the size of your entire bank account, laying the meanest pipe on your wife. And she's all up in the shit. She biting the pillow and everything. You walk in on that after your 9 to 5. Your miserable ass 9 to 5. Genuinely, what would you do? What would you do? Just people in general, like men in general, like what would you do if you just came in your house and saw your wife getting railed on, Thomas the Tank Engine style, just railed by some dude, and it's a dude that you know? I couldn't. I would have left the planet. My soul would have vacated the room. That's how done I would have been. Like, in any case, I would have just like left. No, my soul would have gone straight to God. I'd have gone up and been like, look, God, I need to let you know I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. And then I would go back into my body, and then all hell would break loose. Yeah. And that I would literally play hopscotch with my soul and my body. And I would have had to catch a case. Yeah. That's what would happen. I'd have caught a case too, man. They wouldn't have even had to bury me under the prison. I'd have been like, bro, just take me out. Take me out. I couldn't live with myself after that. I will preface to say these are all for jokes. Mental health is very important. People who are struggling with mental health, please do not take anything that I am saying literally. These are jokes. Thank you. This is a coping mechanism for me. I gotta laugh to keep from crying in this crazy, fucked up world. It is what it is. I need to see the men's answers on this. I need to see them answers too. Men, I repeat the question. Married men, men who are in relationships, how would you feel if you walked into your house after a long day of work? You know, expecting your wife to be there with a smile. Hi, honey, welcome home. How was work? Did you need something? You want me to get anything for you? Or just existing in whatever space that she likes to dwell in, only to find your wife getting her cheeks beat like a boxing match. Professional boxer, just getting her cheeks destroyed by some dude that you've never seen before. And there were cameras filming it. We'll put that in there. And they were recording it for her OnlyFans. How would you feel as a man? I serious answers only. And we'll put the unserious answers in there too, because I swear black people can't be serious about anything.
Even they do adult content. Okay, that explains the job. It does not explain the weird, sick humiliation ritual that you guys are doing. There are plenty of people in that industry who are not reenacting humiliation like it's a Marvel post-credit scene. Brett trying to normalize something that clearly shattered him. And he's shattered on the inside.
Is that a clip from 13 Reasons Why? Oh my God!
Glue it back together. He trying to glue it back together with Jason Love Skeeter or some shit. Like that smile didn't cost him everything. And Jason didn't just enter his life, he rearranged it, him and his wife. Adam doesn't know how to separate the joke from real life anymore, it seems like. Everything is
And I say all this to say my theory as far as kinks go, I think that kinks are just sexualized trauma. Yep, that's all it is. Sexualized trauma. And it's the brain's way it's the brain's way of coping with it, normalizing it. It's weird. It'll turn something that's you initially thought was harmful into something that the brain now interprets as good, as pleasurable. For example, people who like getting choked. I'll say that. People who like getting choked. A lot of times, they more than likely came from a situation growing up where they almost choked or they started suffocating, and for some reason or another, their brains interpreted it a different way. And as they grew up and matured sexually, that little feeling that was once there before ended up evolving into full-on arousal. Hit him with the nerve. I'm sick of y'all. I need to stop looking at y'all because y'all are nasty. Y'all are nasty. You're nasty. Feel like Raven Simone.
Every L is engagement. Every embarrassment is branding. At some point, you stop being edgy and start being empty. And honestly, it feels like karma, and he deserves the karma, in my opinion. Adam, you spent years exploiting chaos, dysfunction, and trauma for clicks behind black people in hood politics. You turned real people into viral moments. You laughed it off when things got ugly. And now the circus is you. And of course, we can look at it like two things could be true. Some people look at it like he's feeding the streets and he's putting people on. Like I said, two things can be true. However, I feel like you do exploit the hood too. And half the time I feel like you're trolling and thinking.
There's a very fine line between putting people on and exploiting them. My view of the whole BBC cuck thing is exploitation. And this specifically the exploitation of like black, like the exploitation and over sexualization of black people really started kicking up and becoming more mainstream in the 70s. Actually, there is an entire documentary called Black Love, and it is an entire documentary on how black people make love, how they operate sexually in the world. That's literally it. And it's narrated by the fucking most translucent man you could ever, literally translucent from The Boys. Translucent. Motherfucking, he eats Raisin Bran. He answers the door with, hi, how are ya? Hi, wonderful weather we're having. Motherfucking normal SpongeBob head ass on this documentary talking about black people and how they love each other. It's very interesting. I think it might be on YouTube if you guys ever want to find it. But it is interesting in the way of you get to see how white people see us from the outside looking in. It's like peeking into their minds a little bit and seeing what exactly do they see when they look at us. and how we and when they watch what we do in life, what goes through their heads. So if you want to like study it just to gain some perspective, by all means. It's called Black Love, and it was in I think like 74, 75, something like that. It was how I know it was the 70s was because it was during the age of color television, and everybody had afros and bell bottoms and the faded the shirts. Yeah, that's how you could tell. And also there was a fucking 70s porn bass playing in the background. Yeah, definitely 70s.
The shit's funny. And what kills me is the posture. There's no reflection. No, yeah, maybe I went too far. No dignity at all to reclaim. Just, haha, look at me. I'm kissing the cutout. No. That's not resilience at all. That's defeat with a ring light. To me, it seems like you're asking for a threesome. It's weird.
Yeah.
He's not over it. Adam is overcompensating.
And like, there's literally no other way you could interpret this. Like, as a man, the benefit of the doubt only goes so far before you start realizing that your eyes are not betraying you. Before your brain realizes that your eyes can fucking see what you're looking at. And that's exactly what we're looking at. Why are you kissing the cardboard cutout like that? Why you got your eyes closed like that? Why you rubbing all up on him like that? Do you want this man, Adam? Do you just want this man to take you just like he took your wife over and over again? Is that you? Is this because how else do you interpret that? You didn't have to do all of this. This is like somebody saying, I don't give BJs. But then you watch how they eat bananas. And then you watch how they eat popsicles. And then you watch how they eat hot dogs. And it's like they go above and beyond to prove that they're not into that. And they'll just go, nobody asked them to. They'll be closing their eyes and shit, fucking being all slow and sensual, and you're just like, what the fuck? So you don't give BJs, You don't give BJs, Why the fuck you lying? We all know you want that, black man. Let's not act brand new.
And let me be clear, nobody forced him. If you guys didn't notice, nobody forced him to do this shit. Nobody tricked him, nobody helped.
And that's the saddest part of all, is that nobody forced him to do this. This was all his idea. This was of his own volition. He, in his free will, said, I want this to happen. I want to do this publicly because this man is just giving up.
Put a gun to his head. He chose all of this. Adam Diddy, he's on some freaky shit. He on freaky
Adam Diddy is crazy. No, don't put those. No, I stopped it. Now it's just sitting there. Oh my god. It's just sitting there. Oh, I gotta hit play. I gotta get through it. Oh no. Oh, that puts some images in my head that I don't want to be there. Y'all can leave, actually. Oh, what the fuck did you just do to my eyes? Deleted. First of all, how dare you? Fuck you. First and foremost, fuck you. We gonna put that in the air. Fuck you for making me have to watch this. And I know you made everybody else watch it too. Fuck you for this idea. You ain't shit. I gotta keep looking at it. I just gotta keep burning it into my fucking retinas, into my soul. Now I gotta pray extra hard when I get to work. Pause. I can't say shit else, so we just gonna continue.
I think they even call him Adam 16 at one point. That's a whole nother story. You guys can use your imagination with that. But yeah, he chose this with enthusiasm, and at some point sympathy expires. Honestly, I ain't never felt bad for.
Was he? So not only was the shirt he was wearing blacked, but he was wearing a blacked jacket. He was dripped out from head to toe in blacked merchandise. My brain can't decide if that's ingenious or pathetic.
For him, he's just dumb. He keeps pretending it's business because emotionally he's cooked, and I would be too.
Yeah, even the hat. Look at the hat. He's wearing the. I'm done. I'm tired of black people.
And for
Continue.
the record, I don't care what you do in private. I'm not yucking nobody's yum. I just care when you invite the internet into your bedroom.
That part right there. And I literally said this. I said this exact same shit. I said, and I used the same goddamn. I'm not yucking anybody's yum, but if you're going out of your way to shove your yum into our face, I'm going to judge you. We're going to shame you because that shit belongs in the fucking bedroom, bro. Not everybody on social media needs to know who is piping your woman. Adam, not everybody needs to see that shit. Nobody, especially on such a public space where there are fucking children on social media who are stumbling upon that shit, who are watching your wife explain in unnecessary detail how she is selecting the men that she wants to sleep with. Nobody needs to hear that information. We're just trying to survive out here. We get fucked enough by our government. You really think we want to sit here and listen to this bitch talk about how she wants to get fucked by this guy, by every nigga on the block that's not her husband? To his face. He is standing right there. And she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna be smashing him later. This is my other baby. Yeah. He wins in the end because he still has me. Like, bitch really thinks she's that self-important. She can smash the entire United States male population, and he would still kiss her on the mouth in public. You are a hand puppet, Mr. Adam 22. You're not even a cuck anymore. You're a hand puppet. We're calling you Handy. Hand puppet. Handy, we're naming it after what your wife does with this man that whooped your ass in front of everybody. Handy. That's what you are. Handy the hand puppet. We're gonna continue.
Shit. And then you act shocked when they don't clap. Adam, we didn't ask to be here. You opened the door and said, watch this. And we said, why? Why are we watching this? Why? We don't give a fuck. All it does is just confirm what everybody else already thought. You'll do anything for attention.
Hey, TJ, how's it going, man?
Respect, legacy, and self-worth. And the saddest part, this isn't rock bottom because he keeps digging. I just feel like this is an opening for him to try to do some threesome type shit. He did some weird shit with Blueface recently, too. He was trying to get Blueface to bang his wife, and he wanted to watch or something. It was weird. I think he said he wanted to trade spouses and shit. Also, I don't know. He a weirdo.
Because you are probably one of the only women in the world that I would not try to bang.
But what does that mean? Yeah, I would bang your wife, though.
By definition, you as his baby mama, I have to always treat you with respect.
Like, I think that he would not try to bang your baby mama.
I don't think that he would, just because me and her are more of like a current married, not cheating on each other thing.
Do you think he's scandalous? Do you think he would do that? Oh, he is.
Do you think that Blueface?
You have boundaries in the relationship when it's non-consent. What are your boundaries? Why are you trying to pretend like your relationship has boundaries? I guess if he wants to know who she's sleeping with, sure. But just, okay. I don't understand.
I wouldn't leave Lena in a room with him by himself.
Really?
No, I wouldn't.
If you were left in a room with a tall face tattoo.
Chocolate man. My weakness.
Chocolate man. This is starting to sound like...
I hate when people refer to our black men, especially white people. It irks me beyond comparison when they say the beautiful chocolate man, unironically. It makes me every time. I hate it. My ex-husband used to do that shit, but he would be very over the top and cringy with it. But he was serious, and that was what pissed me off. I'm like, stop trying so hard. I am not. That's why I no longer refer to myself as a chocolate woman. I am I have a chestnut complexion. Okay, chestnut. I don't use the word chocolate as a descriptor anymore, specifically because white people ruined it for me. Thank you, white people. I will never have that joy back. Thank you. Yes, ebony is the female version of that fetish. And it is a fetish. Yes, it's not a kink. It's a fucking fetish. And there is a difference. I'm not gonna explain it because I don't want to. Again, not trying to get this chat age restricted, but with what's going on here, they're making it very hard. Pause. Very difficult. See, I'm glad that there are multiple words to describe multiple words in the English language, because that saves me a lot. Bronze is another one that I really like. Bronze, copper, what the fuck was that other one? I like oak. Oak complexion is really nice, like a dark oak. Because I don't know, it's something surreal about it, especially in a fantasy like role-playing setting. Having like a dark oak complexion, that sounds sexy as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, it does. That just sounds fucking baller. Deep sandstone when I'm Gem.
Jason Love.
I think I could resist the spell that Blueface puts women under. Yes, I really do think I could resist.
The spell that Blueface, the spell that Blueface puts people under? He can't even stay on beat when he's rapping. You think he'll be able to stay on beat when he's smashing? Blueface is putting spells on women. Really. His charisma, his infinite charisma. That's what's okay. I mean, and you sure that's not just the size of his wallet, maybe? Or his recognition, his reputation, his fame? Blueface is putting women under spells, guys. Women, hide your panties, hide your drawers, close your windows, lock your doors, because apparently Blueface is just gonna stroll through and charm the fuck out of you. If you have a vagina, please watch out, because Blueface is coming to town. And apparently, he's got infinite charisma.
No, Adam's my boy. He said it was cool.
I'm gonna say, let's go find him.
Oh, so you are interested?
No, I'm really not.
You're just looking for permission.
I mean, if he let me film it and I could make money off of it, hey, I think you're in that plan too. I think you would say yes
That's
too.
a good question.
You would say yes.
Adam, I will fuck your wife, nigga. I will fuck your wife, nigga.
This is the man that y'all are saying that is charming bitches out of their panties. This one right there, with what looks like Star Trek handwriting and motherfucking baseball logos tattooed on his face. That is a Washington Nationals tattoo on his forehead. That is the MLB logo on his left cheek. I don't know what's on his right cheek, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Washington. And what the fuck? Did he tattoo his beard on? Is that what I'm seeing? Is that a tattooed beard, or is that just 5 o'clock shadow? Did this nigga tattoo himself a beard? His stroke game is on Atari is crazy. Nah, because even the Atari joystick was pretty durable. Like, I know people who still have their Ataris to this day, and they've been playing it nonstop. I mean, but this is the nigga that y'all are fawning after. He can't grow facial hair worth a goddamn. Look at them little fucking marker drawings on his upper lip. He looks like he just took a Sharpie and did... Hell yeah, that shit look hard as fuck. Glued some fucking pubic hair to the bottom of his chin and called it a day. And said, yeah, this is how I want to walk out of the house. This is the chick magnet. This is the one. The Adonis. The Casanova. Okay.
On camera, we can film it for sure. I get my percentage. You know what I mean?
Stop
but it's just
smiling like that in the camera. I can't take you seriously, bro.
I don't want to see a little pink man.
Yeah.
Blueface, I saw your little video. At first, I wasn't down. Normally, I work with well-endowed, well-hung professionals. And
Damn. I love how she's talking like she's roasting him, but it's she really thinks she is eating. She is slaying right now with this sarcasm of hers. Like, at first I wasn't down, but after watching your video, I would totally let you bust me wide open in front of my husband. Yes, killed it. Just, I can't stand these white people, man. And I'm not saying I can't stand white people. I can't stand white people like this. These types of white people make me uncomfortable, and they should make you uncomfortable. And if they don't, then clearly he hasn't shown them rubbing up on that cardboard man enough.
Haven't really proven yourself, but after a long conversation with my husband here, I've decided that I'm willing to make it.
Look at his bobblehead ass. Ain't even saying a word, just nodding like he fucking bumped into a K-Dot song in his head or something. Just letting his wife prattle on. He's just like, damn. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Yeah. What? I feel like that's what he does when he's sitting there watching his wife get plowed by men that aren't him.
An exception. You have 2 weeks. That should be enough time to get tested, to get your stamina up, to just get all around prepared. I want you showered. You, me, a cameraman, and my husband sitting in a little chair in the corner watching us. Let's go.
And she's like issuing this like she's challenging somebody to a fight. Like she's challenging somebody to a boxing match. She's just like, you bust me wide open, and my husband sits there and watches because he's fucking weird, and so am I. But this is like a serious challenge. You gotta prove that you're worth it. The ball's in your court, Blueface. What are you gonna do? The poom poom is there and waiting. Yeah, I want your answer sent by Raven at midnight. And then fucking Adam's dumbass is like, yeah, I have no agency. Yep. I'm totally an alpha though. Just this is the one. This is the one that y'all. All right, whatever. I don't know.
I saw your little video, and
I love these. Okay, you get points specifically because you started matching her energy, and that's fucking hilarious. You get points for being funny. Being funny raises your attractiveness. Being genuinely funny, not trying to like force it. But that does raise attractiveness points. You get 1 attractiveness point for that.
Too motherfucking happy that Adam said you could fuck me. I'm dead home.
Yeah. Damn. Is that the fucking Chase Bank logo on your forehead? Did I see that correctly? Is that... This nigga got more logos on him than a billboard. What else do you have just on your body? Do you have a fucking Texas Roadhouse logo? Do you have a fucking... Is there an Arby's logo tattooed on your arm somewhere? Like, what the fuck is this? The Chase Bank logo? Are you serious? The Washington Nationals? You got the fucking Yankees on there? You got the MLB logo? Why do we have logos, bro? Do you just tattoo a logo on your face for every brand deal you fucking lose? for being a degenerate piece of shit? Like, what is happening?
And Adam looks very like not like.
Look at it right there. That's the fucking shit. That's the Chase Bank logo. My eyes are not deceiving me. That is the Chase Bank logo. You'll never change my fucking mind. What is happening? You making me mad. I'm gonna stop. I gotta keep looking at you, but you're making me mad. And I'm sorry. Did you tattoo blood dripping from the corner of your mouth? You are such a fucking edgelord. You absolute dweeb. Now I'm mad. This is the one that y'all are saying. That's him. That's the Casanova. That's the one that y'all so head over heels over. That's the one that's got the panties dripping. That's got the motherfucking Hurricane Katrina in the drawers. That's him. That's the one that's charming women out of their panties. That's the one. Him.
Like he's just
sponsored by Chase Bank.
Trying to fulfill your fantasies. You know what I mean?
I don't want to hear you say anything about fantasies.
Y'all had, you did a lot of persuading.
Stop licking your lips so
just
much.
Got to the point where he just like, man, my wife wants to fuck Blueface. I might like, so I'm gonna think for my homie and politely decline.
But yeah, there's always another post, another joke, another angle. At some point, you gotta ask yourself, Adam, who am I doing this for exactly? Adam 22 didn't get knocked out once. He's been getting knocked out emotionally for years. This wasn't trolling. This wasn't genius marketing. This was a man losing himself publicly and calling it content. And this is where it really hits. Money will pay your bills, but it won't buy your backbone back. Clout will get your name trending, but it won't stop people from seeing straight through you.
No amount of money in the entire world can buy people's genuine respect. You can give them all the money in the world, but in the end of the day, when they look at how you are with your wife, they genuinely will not have an ounce of respect in their body to feel for you. Genuinely. You cannot buy people's respect. No matter how much your name is trending on Twitter, no matter how many O's are at the end of your bank account, if you're a degenerate piece of shit, people will not respect you. Nobody will respect you. And the ones who pretend, even the ones who pretend that they respect you, they don't. They keep close to you and keep you appeased because it benefits them.
At some point, the internet stops laughing with you and starts studying you like a warning label. Like, yeah, don't do that. Don't be like that guy. Because once you trade your self-respect for clicks,
is a warning
there's no refund policy.
Don't be like them.
Everybody gonna
Please
see
don't.
it. Every dollar comes
Don't
with
end
a
up
receipt,
in this
man.
situation.
And eventually, the price is your dignity, your boundaries, your manhood. The saddest part, nobody forced the deal. This is all you. You signed it yourself and called it content. Content. You called this shit content. So let this be a reminder. If the bag requires you to embarrass yourself, degrade yourself, or turn your soul into a prop, it's not a bag. It's a leash. It's chains. Some losses don't show up on the scoreboard. They show up when you look in the mirror and think you won because you don't recognize who you are anymore. Which brings us back to the image I still can't unsee. What the fuck is that shit? A grown man in bed, lips pressed against a cardboard cutout of the dude who beat his ass and piped his wife. That's not a joke. That's not satire. That's not pathetic. Irony. That's not trolling. That's surrender. You surrendered to that man. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't
That's why I'm sitting here. That's why I have this theory that he just wants to be smashed by this dude. Like, he is a beta. He is actually a beta male. Like, just no spine. Beta male. Fucking you can't even say alpha because it's literally beta behavior. They literally call cucks betas in the kink world. They call them beta males. I feel uncomfortable. I feel unclean. actually.
Content either. Again, that is not but content. That's a man showing us how much of himself he's already lost. He's a broken man. He's fragile. He's done. The message didn't land the way you think it did, Adam. If you don't get your dumb ass up out that bed looking stupid, throw that damn cardboard cutout away, I'm so disappointed in you. The hell's wrong with you? I mean, can we think about this for a minute? What did that?
That is literally like somebody having sex or making out with their body pillow of like some anime character or whatever and putting it on the internet. Somebody who perpetuates themselves as an alpha male, you know, an alpha sigma male, no bullshit, wants to be respected as a man, but you know, then he puts him doing it with his blow up doll and his body pillow of an anime girl and then puts it on the internet for everybody to see. Thank you. We have to see this now. We didn't want to see it before, but now we can't unsee it. You have cursed our corneas. You have cursed our fucking brains with this shit. And now it will be in my memory forever. Thank you, Adam, for being absolutely disgusting and plaguing my mind with this fuckatry.
Prove exactly. Like you're in the bed with a paper cutout of him kissing him. Like you're.
I was correct when I said he's gonna show that clip a lot throughout the video. I can always something about it. I could tell.
You're idolizing him or something. I guess you're his bitch now. That's not the ultimate submission. That's insane. How is this trolling him? He won. He fucking won everything. So yeah, let this be a lesson. If the money makes you shrink wrap your pride and cuddle it for clicks, that's not a bag. That's a clown costume you can't take off. Not every L is on paper. Some of them involve you alone in a bedroom, making out with a cardboard for closure. Paper cut lips is wild.
Paper cut lips. Oh my god. Paper cut lips is crazy. Oh my god. And it's like, do you know how dirty that shit is? Do you know how bad? If you've ever been in a box factory or a paper mill, if you've ever smelled what paper products smell like, you would never come within a country mile of anything that is made of paper in your life. That shit genuinely smells horrifying. Horrifyingly bad. Just yikes. Your nose wouldn't even have time to register what it just smelled before it melted off of your face. That's how bad it is. But yeah, man, Adam, I feel very sorry for you, dude. Genuinely. I hope that you will take this time. You won't, but in a perfect world, I hope that you will see that what you have done will be a stain on your legacy for the rest of your life. And in a perfect world, Adam would know what is best for him, leave that whore of no virtue, get some therapy, develop a sense of self-respect again, get a woman who doesn't want to use black men as sexual cash cows, and then just maybe live your life without being a disgusting piece of shit. But we know that's a perfect world where we don't have to see any of this bullshit. Unfortunately, this is the reality that we're in. This. And this man, and he thinks that he thinks he's the ultimate troll. He thinks they don't get the joke. I'm the only one who gets the joke. What good is telling a joke if you're the only person on the fucking planet who gets the fucking joke? Stupid. This isn't a joke. This is you masquerading how pathetic and how shriveled up your fucking nuts are. You are emasculating yourself out in public, and you are using this black man to do it as a tool. You are parading him around like a sex doll. a sex machine. And you don't see anything wrong with this. And there are people out here who support this behavior. There are people out here who are applauding this behavior even. Who are like, oh my god, I'm so proud of you guys. They have relationship goals. Such relationship goals. Get you somebody who loves you the way they do. Just, ew. This is all I have to say about this is, ew. Ew. I'm kink shaming. Yes, I am. We're kink shaming today because, ew. Keep the shit off the internet. Get a room. Just keep the fucking cameras off. Like, if it's behind the scenes, sure, whatever. But we don't have to hear about it. We don't have to know about it. This boxing match was a public event, a public televised event. And now everybody in the world knows that you got your ass beat by the dude that is smashing your woman. And you know about it, and you're into that shit. Okay, we're just gonna... Great video from Deleted, as always. A complete deconstruction of this dude, and just in his behavior, and the people who act like him. Humiliation rituals are indeed sick. They are sick to everybody except for the person who is being humiliated. And I'll do a video on the psychology of that later. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna move on from that. We're gonna move on from that because, ew. This comes from... We're moving on to Kevin Gates now. Kevin Gates recently went on Club Shay Shay. And in it, he opens up about the fact that he was a victim of sexual assault. And he was a survivor, I should say. He is a survivor of an SA situation. And when he was asked where is he now, well, I'll just let the video play.
I saw that you did an interview with Mike Tyson, and you revealed for the first time, you never revealed this before, that you were sexually assaulted.
Yeah, I was sexually victimized.
So I've heard people say, what's so traumatic about this? Not only is the child robbed of his youth and his innocence, but when...
It's very scary when people have to ask the question, why is being SA'd as a child so traumatizing? If that's an actual question that's coming out of your mouth, and you're not and you're above the age of 14, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Your brain is not working. Either that, or you're probably likely to become one of them. You're either stupid or you're sick. There's no in between.
He or she tells the person that's in charge of protecting that youth and innocence, they go unheard, they're not believed.
That was one of the reasons that me and my mother had a, disagreement. That's one of the reasons. Like, we told you what happened.
Disagreement. That's Black shorthand for we don't like each other. I don't like it's complicated. I love her, but I love her from a distance. That's disagreement. And did you see the way he said it too? He said we had a disagreement. That's shorthand for I left and I cussed her the fuck out and I never turned back. Yeah.
So it was multiple. It wasn't just you.
Excommunicated.
Nah, it was. I'm gonna say me. It's
okay.
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take.
You gonna take?
I'm gonna take the beating for the friend. But yeah, I told you what happened to me.
Yeah. Why don't you? And it's interesting because Clarissa Shields was on here. She said the same thing that she told, and they didn't believe it, and she ended up going to stay with her.
With Mike Tyson, it was the things that he told me off camera that was so beautiful. Like, that dude is one of the most beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
I was like shocked. Like, if you look at the interview, I was just like kind of in a daze because it was the conversation we had off camera.
Right.
Then when we got on camera, I'm like, man, this dude deep.
Right.
And that's when he was like, that's what turned me into a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Something bad happened to me.
And he said, it's never going to happen to me again.
It really forced me into being kind of like a vigilante kind of in a sense, because I took like every type of martial arts you could think. My grandmother had me and all of that, and for a long time, and I hate what I'm about to say, for a long time I exhibited a lot of violence out of fear. People salute me for a lot of stuff, but that wasn't.
And I feel like that's very mature to say out loud, especially as a black man, that you acted out of violence out of fear. Because a lot of times that's why people act out with violence, is typically in fear scenarios. That's why that's called the fight or flight scenario. Because in a tense, in an anxious situation, in a life or death situation, it's either people either have one of two reactions: fight or flight. Basic animalistic response to survival. You either fight or you run. But at the end of the day, you may win, but you may not. So just being able to say that as a man, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of maturity. And I actually salute Kevin for feeling comfortable enough to share his story, because a lot of people will just suppress this. They'll keep these stories hidden, and people won't know. And people don't understand. You never know what people are going through. There is so much that people carry on their shoulders that they don't show to the rest of the world. And you never really know until they make the conscious choice to come out and say it, especially as survivors of any type of abuse. I don't think we get stories like this if Mr. Morale never dropped. Shout out to YG for 2004. Yes, I agree. And I like that hip hop is creating a space where black men feel comfortable, showing a little bit of vulnerability and being more open with traumatic experiences. They've created a space where men can be vulnerable without being overly emotional. They can explore the deepest parts of their hearts and their minds without coming off as trauma dumping or come off as being a crybaby. Sometimes you gotta cry, and sometimes it becomes too much. Nobody can take that much abuse. The human brain is only designed to take so much before it finally snaps. And it's the same with people. You never know what people are going through. And so when you create this space where you feel comfortable sharing your story, not because you're like crying for help or you're trying to get attention, but because you're genuinely trying to connect with other people out there who may have experienced the same thing. This is I see where you're coming from. I see you. I hear you, because I was there too. And black men are becoming a lot more comfortable with opening up to each other and confiding in other people and being like, I hear you. I see you out there. You're not alone. And that is I love that. And that's why I'll always give credit to people like, Kanye and Kendrick Lamar and YG, because Kanye's fucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, yeah, it was shocking, but he really, really dove into the deepest parts of his mind and showcase and gave us a window to literally look into his soul. And K. Dot did the same thing with Mr. Morale. It's like he put a fucking mirror right here so that everybody could just see into his heart, in his soul. And for him to open up like this, and look, you see the teardrops? Yeah, we just gonna leave it at that.
That was out of fear. That wasn't out of just me being no monster, no tough guy. That was fear.
Were you a teenager at the time?
Yes, sir.
Were you threatened?
When?
Did he, if you tell anybody that this has happened, or if you tell anybody that this happened, something might happen to you or someone?
He did.
That, the conviction. Did you see that? That is resolve in his eyes. He is not scared of it. Did you look at his face? Then you can see the anger too. He said he did. And then left it at that. Like the silence in the room is so heavy because he's like, sure did. It's like he's showing off his biggest scar, and he's so, he's already healed from it. He's already grown, and so to him, it's just a little scratch. But to everybody else, they're like, "Oh my God, you nearly got cut in half. What the fuck?" Oh, Fire Queen just dropped. You dropped again? Been dropping like fucking hotcakes, man. God damn. My predator's dead, so I had to forgive him. Yeah, because forgiveness is not for them. It's not. It's for yourself. It's for your own sanity. It's for your own soul. Forgiving somebody who's wronged you is 1000% for you and not for them. Because wasting energy on somebody that doesn't give a fuck about you is the worst thing you could ever do with your life.
He did?
Yeah, he out of here.
I guess I'll leave that alone.
Oh, he did. Oh, he did. He said he did. He gone. He out of there. Shannon was like, I'll leave that alone. Yeah, good idea. You see those teardrops, right? We have context clues. We can put the pieces together.
I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I don't know how he, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't know how?
He out of here.
Like I said, we'll move that along.
Yeah, he'll never do that to anybody again.
And then for him to smile after saying that, you know what? Okay. Yep. Attractiveness points have gone up. Not only did you say he dead, he out of there, he gone. But just the way he was so suave with it, he was like, he'll never do it to anybody again. Picked up the cigar and grinned. That's a real nigga right there. That's the realest nigga shit I've seen ever. Is be like, he dead, he out of there. He'll never do that shit again. Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah, even Shannon Sharp was like, I'll leave that one alone. I don't want I ain't trying to snitch on nobody. We just gonna leave that one alone. And Kevin's just like, nah, he gone. Ain't nothing to hide. That nigga dead. He'll never do it to anybody again.
That's the two things. But then, with, man, I might be I don't want to say too much, but I really broke generational curses with that situation because people that came before me, they was raped.
Not necessarily by the same
space
person.
For me to have with my children to where my children know don't nobody never touch you, that not even me. I had these open conversations with my children. They are equipped. I created a space for them to be able to tell their dad anything.
Be open and honest with you about any situation.
And that's something that's very important that he just discussed, is breaking generational curses, especially in the Black community. There are a lot of cycles of trauma and hardship in the Black community that unfortunately are being passed down from generation to generation because nobody had the courage to stand up for what was right. And I love that Kevin he gained the courage because he didn't always have it. He had to gain that courage over time, and he ended up being able to create an environment for the next generation to where they didn't have to worry about that, to where they knew the signs, they knew exactly what to do if something like that ever happened. He ended the cycle. He broke the cycle. And I admire people who have the strength and the courage to do that. And that also goes to you guys out here. Y'all in the chat and y'all watching later. If there's a cycle of trauma that's going throughout, whether it be in your family or, with relationships or and such, be the person that breaks the curse. Be the one that says, I'm not going to let this continue. I'm breaking the cycle. The cycle ends with me. That should be what comes out of your mouth. You distance yourself from problematic people, the ones that are leeching off of you, the ones that are just draining every ounce of your energy, your money, your fucking anything, your health. If this person, or even if they're family, if there are people in your life that are actively destroying you, it's time to let them go. Let get away from them. Let go and let God. Because in the end, you only have one life. And if these people are draining you like that, clearly they don't care whether you live or die. And a lot of these people who are, who are too scared to speak up, who are in these situations, people don't recognize the gravity of their situation until, unfortunately, after they're already gone, or after something has already happened to where people now know what's going on. It shouldn't even have to get to that point for people to realize this needs to stop. This cycle of violence, this cycle of trauma, this cycle of abuse, this cycle of anything that's negative, this has to end. And it's shout out to Kevin for, being as open and honest about this as he is, because he is really creating a space for other people just like him who have been victimized like this to come forward, to people like this to share their stories and connect with people, to give them the right advice on what to do and how to handle these emotions. All right. Because that's all I wanted to do, because this brings up a point that I've been dwelling on for quite a bit, and that is mental health. Mental health and emotional health is very important, and it's male or female. It doesn't matter what's between your legs. Mental health is always important. Mental health should always be a priority, especially from you. What's good, Idris? I'm all right. I'm gonna step on my soapbox a little bit. This is not because this is coming from somebody who struggled with mental health growing up. Not about to trigger warning. But I was also a victim of the same thing that he said. But it wasn't from like an adult or anything like that. It was from a kid that was kind of older than me, maybe 2-3 years older than me. Did not know what I was doing, did not know what was going on, because I was a kid. I didn't understand the gravity of the situation until I told my mom, and of course she reacted with horror. And when the parent was confronted about it, her first reaction, I guess her first response was, it was my fault. It wasn't my child could never. It was your child that started it. She started it. Yeah, this literal child that's way younger. Yeah, she did it. That was her response. And for a long time, no, I didn't grow up in an environment where I felt comfortable enough coming out about, you know, how I was feeling, you know, all those negative emotions. I never had an outlet for those until I had my games, my video games. And that was my outlet. Because, you know, I talked to my brother, but, you know, the man in my life, my dad, the man that I always feel comfortable opening up to, he wasn't in my life. And that wasn't by his choice. So I didn't have anybody to really open up to and talk about this thing, this kind of shit, you know, that would give me the advice that I needed, you know, because, you know, black people, of course, black parents back then, they don't believe in therapy. Jesus will fix it all. That's their mentality. So eventually I had to realize that this is a generational thing. This is just a long line of shitty, fucked up situations, and somebody's got to break the cycle sooner or later. Because I don't want anything that's happened to me growing up to happen to my kids in the future or their kids' kids. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And that goes to say, if you're struggling, it's always good to have somebody or something or even a therapist. Somebody that you can go to and confide in and open up and just really let all of that toxic shit out. Shush phone, I'm trying to make a point here. Because mental health we're in an age now where young people who are struggling with mental health is through the roof. Do you know there are kids out there that are ending their own lives every single day because they have nobody to share their thoughts with. They have nobody to confide in because they feel like the weight of the world is crushing them and they have nobody to tell because they feel like they're alone. They feel like nobody understands. And it's a lot more common, unfortunately, in the male community because men have been trained to not feel anything. They've been conditioned over generations to act like robots with no emotions, to pretend that their emotions aren't there. If a man cried, they were called a pussy. If a man opened up about his feelings, he was being soft. He was acting like a bitch, especially in the black community. And I love that more and more men are growing the fuck up in the hip hop community and letting us know, hey, our emotions matter, bro. It's not just the woman who's allowed to be emotional. We can have emotions too. It just has to be a balance with all things. And black men out there, we see you. I know y'all be like, oh, women shouldn't speak on men's because y'all don't know. I've been around niggas my whole life, dude. I grew up with a brother. I know. I was literally there. I used to walk around in fucking basketball shorts and Air Jordans. Like, I couldn't get along with other girls back then because they were all catty. I was with the niggas. That was where I was. On the basketball court or playing video games, playing Battlefield on the PlayStation. That was me. So, and having a brother really helped me put this into perspective because anytime I see a man out there that is, you know, going through some shit like this, I immediately think, what if that happened to me or my brother? What if that happened to my brother? What if my brother had to go through that? Like, and that's why I advocate for men's mental health so much. Growing up, you know, being a daddy's girl, you know, growing up with my brother who's practically my twin, you know, they're my whole world. And seeing them, you know, depressed and angry and not feeling like they can't talk to me. I don't want my brother to ever feel like he can't talk to me about his mental issues or his mental health. I don't want him to ever feel like he can't open up to me just because I'm not a man. Like, for some things, of course I'm not gonna understand, not my world. But in this case, when it comes to mental health and it comes to these types of situations, I've been through so much to where I'm like, I get it. And I want you to feel comfortable opening up to me. And he does. We talk all the time. Anytime he wants to annoy me, I let him. I just let him go ahead. Because I know that he is going through some shit and he needs that break from reality to kind of just take the weight of the world off of his shoulders, even if for a few seconds. And with my dad, whenever he calls, I answer too. Because I've seen life beat this man down, wear him down, bro. And it hurts when I look back and I see what he went through. And it makes me angry too, because it's like I wish I was cognizant enough and mature enough or like smart enough to be able to do something about it, to be able to help. But the past exists to give us a guideline on how to go about in the future. I'm glad my grandmother taught us about therapy at a young age, so I do the same. Yeah. You give your children, you give give people an environment where they feel comfortable opening up about their pain. Because pain is not something that you should be repressing. Dance mode activated is crazy. Is that AI Idris? Is AI Idris in the chat? Also, yes, subscribe to Idris's channel. He does AI stuff. Subscribe to AI Idris. But that was mainly why I wanted to touch on the Kevin Gates issue. Just because, he did create a space. He is one of a dying few. But those numbers are actually growing. Especially with the whole underground hip hop scene that's been breaking out. And I love this. And women too, honestly. There are women out there who are creating spaces where other women can open up about, their pain and their traumas. And I love this. This is what we need, Black folks. We need to recognize that, yes, we have gone through pain, but we're not alone. We're going to move on from there. I heard that Queen posted a new song. What's your new... Let me check my... Actually, hold on. What time is it? Alright. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna react to that song. back. I have returned. Also, I see what you said about the music. Sounds like the soap operas. Yeah, that was kind of the inspiration for it, actually. When I made it, I made that in GarageBand. I don't have any super advanced music making apps or whatever, but you know, I do what I can with what I got. So I am curious. Let me go to Discord, actually. So I think I can find it there. Let's see. Is this the one here? That you posted at 7:16 from Flame the Frost? You know, pull that up in YouTube right now. Also, subscribe to Fire Queen's channel. Thank you. She makes amazing music. I reacted to her stuff before. Which one? You said I gotta do the other song first? Is that the, No Seat at My Table, I think, is the other one? Where that? Yeah, right here. Okay, I see it. Is that the one? These dudes need to stay in the house where they belong. Is crazy. That's the one? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna react to this one first. Okay. I like the title. No more seats at my table. The bitch is closed. No more reservations. Booked up.
Fuck fake friends and fake supporters. Love conditional cross every border. Cheer for strangers, envy your own.
Okay. Alright. Out the gate. Out the gate. We just fuck fake friends and supporters. Damn. Envy their own. Show support for strangers. Okay.
That's why
clocking it.
I'm better on my own. Fuck fake love, fuck fake ties. I see the truth when I read your eyes. I don't need crowds, I don't need saviors. Real ones stay, the rest get left behind. I remember nights with no applause. Prayed alone, no one involved.
Yeah. If you weren't there for me at those days where I was at my lowest, where I needed you the most, if you weren't there then, I don't want you at me. I don't want you here when I'm successful. You know, if you weren't there grinding with me, showing support, being my friend, my homie, if you weren't being my partner in crime when I was on the come up, you don't deserve to be with me when I get to the top. It's as simple as that. Like, we're not giving handouts to fake. We're not enabling fakeness around here. We're not giving handouts to these niggas just because I knew them from a long time ago. Nigga, knew, past tense, knew you. Now get the fuck out of my face.
Other light hit different lanes. They want credit, I want change. If you wasn't there when it was dark, don't show up now, don't play your part. I built this house with faith and scars. Not for clout, not for charts. Loyalty louder than what you say.
Standing on some real shit. Yeah, okay. Built this shit with my blood, sweat, and tears. And now all of a sudden you want a piece of the reward? This blood money, bitch. Like, if you didn't get this money along with me, you don't need it. You don't deserve it. You good. People call it being stingy. I just call it keeping my friends close and the fake bitches far away. This is my emotional restraining order. Sure is.
Support don't fade away. I keep my circle small and tight. Less opinions, more progress, right? No more seats at my table. If the love was never stable, I forgive.
No more seats at my table if the love was never stable. Facts. Facts. If the love wasn't stable to begin with, then why are you here? What you need to be here for? Now that I've gotten to where I need to be, now all of a sudden you want to act like you were there. You want to act like we're cool, like we're buddy. You switching up on people. You start chatting and key-heeing with somebody that you've seen, with the enemy, somebody that you know I don't rock with. And you want to act like we're still cool. Oh, okay, no. This table is now closed, no longer occupado. This bitch is closed. Real niggas only. Fake niggas out the back door.
But I don't forget, that's growth, that's respect. Fuck fake friends and fake supporters. I leveled up, cross no borders.
I love the vibe of this too.
If you ain't real, don't play the role. I protect my peace, I guard my soul. Yeah.
Also, for the fucking losers out there, for the ones, yes, I know it's AI. I know it's AI, and I already said what I needed to say in my last live, but I'm gonna say it one more time for the people in the back, because I need y'all to open up your fucking ears, get the dick out of your ears so you can hear me clearly. AI, when it's used as a tool and not as a replacement, can be appreciated. The lyrics were written by a human. They were not written by ChatGPT. Therefore, there is still life in the song because the lyrics come from a real person. Argue with your mama, not me. Because I said it before and I'll say it again. And I will continue to say it. And if you have a problem with me saying that, even me being a musician, then you're entitled to that opinion. But and just as I'm entitled to mine. So, and the ones who, don't like me having opinions, disrespectfully, fuck you. It is what it is. I don't care. Like I said, you can argue with the sky for all I care. Honestly, do that. That'd be very funny. It'd be really, really funny watching you scream at nobody. Argue and bitch into the void. Okay. Yeah, they wanted me to listen to this one first before I listen to the newest one. I have that one up in a different tab. It's called I See You Now. Oh, okay, it's a different one. I fucking asked y'all if this was the right one. Y'all niggas just lying. Yeah, let me see. You said it's called what? Hold on, I need to look. So is this the right song or is it not the right song? Where is that one. I'm looking for it and I don't see it. Oh. Where the fuck? Oh. Oh, it's all the way up here. Okay. Did I scroll past this song and didn't even realize it? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, because the title's on the... It wasn't... Okay. I didn't clock it because it wasn't in the title. That's why I didn't clock it. Because I wasn't looking at the thumbnail. I was looking at the title of the song. Alright. We're gonna pull this one up. What do you mean nuts? I thought I was... YouTube, I swear to God, bro. Can we stop? I literally hit subscribe yesterday. I'm so tired of this fucking app. This is like the 4th server or the 4th channel where I've had to resubscribe because for some reason either it didn't register that I was subscribed or it just, I don't know. YouTube is weird.
Being humble. This one is for everybody who smiled and stabbed. Fuck your praise, it was fake from the jump. You clap with one hand, the other hand on my throat. You watch me drown, never toss me a rope. Now you say we did it. Nah, fuck that joke. You leech when
okay, this energy. I like the energy that we're coming with. Off the gate. Now you say we did it? Nah, fuck that. Yeah, we. Who the fuck is we? Me. I did this. Where the fuck were you? Hiding. J. Cole head ass.
Talk loyalty but never planted a seed. I was starving for hope, you was feeding on doubt. Now my name got weight, you running your mouth. You were late, you never showed. Just waited till the shine exploded. Same fake love, same fake tone. Now you're mad cause the door is closed. Fuck fake supporters, I spin when you talk. You only let a crown, never walk the walk. You weren't in the pain, you weren't in the fight. So don't celebrate me when I earn my life. Fuck fake supporters, yeah I mean that shit. I burn every bridge before I fake a fist. I don't need your cheers, I survive.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I burn every bridge before I fake a fist. Yep. Alright. I don't need your cheers, I survive. Yeah, don't celebrate when I get there. If you weren't there for me at the beginning. Or if if you blatantly smeared my name. Now all of a sudden you want to act like we're cool just because I got a little bit of clout. Whatever.
You prayed for my fall, called it concern. Smiled in my face while you waited for your turn. You switched so fast, I heard the snap. One step back and you run your mouth. I built this shit with scars and stress. You just hovered close like what's next. Now you're asking favors, reaching for clout. Nah, stay the fuck where you left me at. Don't say sister, don't say team. You were nowhere in between. When the nights got dark and me, you disappeared. Now you see me. Fuck.
Ooh. Pen? Okay. Pen game. I'm seeing the pen game here. Oh shit.
You love the results, never blood, never mud. You laugh when I struggled, doubted my grind. Now you wanna see, stay out on my line. Fuck fake supporters, yeah I said it twice. I cut their weight, survival or die. I'd rather be hated and real than praised and fake. I don't forgive snakes, I separate.
Okay, we're spitting some real shit, spitting some game. I'd rather be real and hated than praised and fake. Damn. Yeah, that part. I'd rather be hated and be real than be praised and be fake. I don't forgive snakes, I separate. Good, okay. And that's what you should do. Don't stop giving these people 5, 6 different chances. The first time is when you should just... Yes, we believe in second chances. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, if they weren't there for you in the beginning, just now that you're at where you need to be or where you want to be, and now all of a sudden they want to come out of the shadows and act like they that you still rock with them and everything, that they're still cool. No, get that shit out of here. Nope. Because you weren't thinking about our friendship when you when you left when I needed you the most. You weren't thinking about our friendship when you were, smearing my name all over the place, where you were in this person's ear and this person's ear, fucking with saying, "Oh, I don't fuck with them. They don't have their shit together." It was nothing about our friendship then, but now all of a sudden that I got something that you want, now it's, "Oh, hey, buddy, how's it going, bro? How's it going? You remember we were tight, right? We're still good, right?" No, we're not. It's like in fucking school, man. I remember this shit all the time. And it was people that would talk shit about me in school. Then all of a sudden, I came to school with like some gum. Then everybody wanted to act like they was my friend. Like, "Oh yeah, you remember, I didn't call you a fat bitch that other day. Can I get a piece of gum?" Nigga, fuck you. The fuck? And it's the nerve of these bitch ass niggas too, which is crazy. The nerve to be like, "Yeah, you should forgive me for this one time, and then I'll go back to hating you the next day, but because I want this right now." Like, the stupidity is what astounds me the most.
This ain't anger, this awareness. I see betrayal clear as day. If you switch when shit got heavy, don't say my name. Stay away. No closure, no apology.
That part too. Don't apologize. I think we can all agree that is a certified hood classic. Fuck yeah. Fuck these fake supporters, bro. If they weren't there for you when you needed them, they don't deserve to be there for you. They don't deserve to be there when you're at the top. I know people are like, they like to exploit the whole, "If you didn't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best." And they try to, exploit that and be the worst pieces of shit possible. And then be like, "Oh, if you didn't love me at my worst." No, genuinely though, if these people did not love you when you were at your worst situation, when you were in your worst possible scenario, your rock bottom, when you finally get to the top, those people don't deserve to be around you. They don't deserve it. They don't, because they didn't work for it like you did. They didn't grind for it. They didn't bleed for it. They didn't fucking cry for it. They were off somewhere else. And bars. Bars is correct with about 15 Z's. Bars. Trying to see what time is it. It's 8. Ugh. It's annoying. Working as much as I want to sit here and continue, because there's still other things that I want to talk about. I just don't have the time, because unfortunately I have to work a 9 to 5. I gotta bend it over for Uncle Sam and just get railed by the government for a little bit of money to pay my bills. At least until this YouTube thing really takes off. That's a primary goal of mine, is to actually be able to do this for a living. I just gotta convince myself that it's actually worth my time and it's actually worthwhile. Because a lot of times I get in my own head. It happens. Happens to the best of us. But I get in my own head and I gotta really convince myself that, to keep going, that, it's not pointless. I can just keep chugging, and that's why I always advocate for mental health and awareness for mental health, because there are a lot of people who are just like me, who, have these dreams and these goals, but because of, traumas that they had to go through that are, unresolved, or the other, they genuinely don't see any worth within themselves to pursue those dreams. They don't see themselves as worthy enough, of as deserving enough of whatever goals they want to achieve in their life. And I'm not saying that I'm like that. I used to be, but I'm not like that anymore, because I did actually I went to therapy, and just because I have people in my corner that I can just talk to about this type of shit. Um and that's why I always say, if somebody needs help, if somebody's coming to you in a moment of vulnerability, just just listen to them. You know, this people, because even my mom, complicated relationship that we have, she's starting to learn that sometimes a situation requires her to just shut the hell up and listen. And she said that she was surprised at, just how quickly people opened up to her, because she gave them that space and that environment to feel comfortable enough to open up and share their story. Just by listening, you can learn a lot from people. And that's why I know a lot of shit that I know, is because for a long time I just stayed quiet. I listened. I observed. And the shit that I heard and the shit that I've seen, I stored that information, and I use that I use it as a guideline to how I need to live. And also, subscribe to Fire Queen. I'm gonna say it again. Subscribe to Fire Queen. One of my mods, can you put her channel in the chat if you haven't already? Just listening helps? Yes, it does, Ken. It does. And, there are people out there who are a hair's breadth away from ending it all. You don't know how close a lot of these people are to just pulling the plug every single day. And they need somebody or some tether to reality, some reminder that their life is worth more. And a lot of times people don't have that. And so that's why I believe it's good to just listen to people. Stop, like, people that talk too fucking much. Just listen sometimes. And that's why I grew up in an environment where I wasn't allowed to share my actual thoughts and my actual feelings. In the place where I should have felt comfortable, I didn't. That situation, that environment was made hostile for me. And so I've been learning to open up more. It is an uphill battle. Trust me when I say it is an uphill battle. And it's why my New Year's resolution is asking for help. Asking for help is my new resolution for this year. Asking for help and acknowledging when I'm just at my wit's end. Confiding in other people and not just being the one that people confide in. Learning to actually reach out to those that I care about and those that care about me. Not shutting people out, because I've grown up being independent for so long that it's like it's almost, it's not that I feel ashamed of asking for help. It's like I feel like almost I don't deserve the help, or that I could do it on my own. I don't know. It's been stuff that therapy has really been helping to unfold. And I believe that everybody should have something that is like a form of therapy for them. Something positive. Something positive. Let me clarify, positive things that are therapeutic. Like, I don't know, video games, or, talking to people online, like, or, you know, watching movies, watching stuff that you like, watching videos on YouTube that you like, you know, hanging out with friends, going for a walk, you know, going stargazing, stuff like that. Just doing things that really help ease your stress and just let the weight of the world off of your shoulders, even if only for a little while. And I believe everybody is entitled to that. But for the sake of time, I gotta call the stream quits because I have to get ready to work my 9 to 5. And with the way the roads have been outside, things should be very interesting. Yeah. You have your therapy appointment tomorrow? Good. I hope it goes well. Genuinely. I genuinely hope it goes well. But thank you guys. Thank you for coming in the stream. The people that are watching from home, thank you so much. The people that are watching later, thank you. You guys' support means everything to me. It's the only thing that really gives me the motivation to keep doing this shit, honestly. Like, even if it's like 20 people that watch it, I'm just like, you know what? That's 20 that's 20 more than 0. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. And I used to let the numbers get to me. I used to be upset when, you know, one video would do like 500 views, and then the other one that I, you know, was actually really passionate about would only do like 12. At this point, I've stopped caring. I don't fucking care. I'm now looking at the people that actually watched it. I'll take the 12 people that watched my video of me genuinely being myself over the 500 people that I don't fucking know watching something that's riding the algorithm. Pause. But thank you guys again so much. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button, comment, any support that you can give it. It's great. I'm gonna probably chop this up and put it into their own little videos, taking a page out of the other reactors playbooks here. I've been doing my homework, and I've been studying. And I made a whole game plan. So you'll be seeing those come out within the coming week. And I gotta learn to give myself time to breathe, to give myself a break, because I am a bit of a workaholic. Whenever I'm not at my 9 to 5, I'm here at my computer, editing, recording, uploading, and more editing. So I gotta learn to give myself a break. I gotta learn that I am deserving of a break, first and foremost. But like I said, it's an uphill battle, and it's a battle. But it's one that I'm seeing progress. I'm seeing progress. So I'll be around to give watch hours. Nixus, you and Nunu, the best YouTubers out there. Oh, thank you. Dorm, what's good? 4 letters. I am the Omega. Don't address me unless it's by 4 letters. It's not pizza. It's not pizza. It's Dorminos. Official sponsor of the WNBA. Thank you for hopping in, bro. I appreciate it. Thank everybody who hopped in. J Tom, fucking. First, I gotta give love to my sister Nunu. That's my ride. That's my partner in crime. I ride till we die. Ride with her till I die, and no questions asked. Like, if something's wrong, my first response is, who are we fighting, when, and where? Those are the first 3 questions. Who, what, when, where, why. The 5 W's. And then we gonna go to how, as in, how are we gonna not get caught by the police? That part. FBI agent that's monitoring my activity. It's a joke. It's a joke. For the love of God, it's a joke. No, it's not. I'm gonna take a page out of Nunu's book. I am AI. I am not real. Nothing that I'm saying is real because I am not a real person. I am AI. I am not here. I was never here. I plead the 5th. Anyway, as always, I have been Nixus, and I will see y'all in the next video and the next live for my live people here. I'm going to play my intro sequence again just because I like it, and then we're going to end it from there. But love you guys. Love you guys at home too. Mwah! Love y'all. I'm going to get the fuck up out of here because I know that I got none of that. My pen just tried to fall on the floor again. Let's get into it.